Okay, that's black. I will change camera. Um,
And Matthias,
no,
what kind of dyes will you be using?
I'll talk about after.
Okay, okay.
While it is drying, we have time to talk about that. Okay, and I charge quite a lot of dye because I wanted to penetrate very, very well, because this first coat, this one gives us the optical depth of the whole piece. So the first coat is very, very important for the final result. You may have noticed that I didn't that I already had a black brush. I never wash my brushes, and I just have a brush for every color. So okay, that's it. Now we can talk about brushes and about kind or types of dyes. I will change the camera so you can watch the piece drying. That's very interesting. uh, and I have also a
Heat gun.
heat gun, yes, and I have created and lost a stand for my heat gun. Oh, here it is. It was for another one, so it's not really perfect, but oh, it works. And I will switch off on the lathe a little, just slow. Okay, now I have here, um, this is the camera. This is chestnut spirit stain. I use this one today because it is the quickest to dry, because it's spirit stain, not water-based, but it really doesn't matter. Use what you can have from your supplier. Use what you're comfortable with. And most important for me also is use the product that gives you the color you want. Chestnut spirit stain has, I think, 9 colors. The yellow, for example, is very, very, very yellow, like I don't know. So not a warm, a cold yellow. So perhaps that's what I mean. It works well for blending, but as yellow, it is really not a very nice yellow. The red of the chestnut spirit stain, same thing. It is super red. It's very fire red, but it's not a nice warm red. So if you want a warmer color, you have to change product. Another one that I use very often is Hampshire Shield intrinsic. These colors are very warm. The yellow is a warm yellow. I love it very much. And flame, for example, the red is a fire red, but warmer than the spirit stains. And a third one I use very often is Revivo. This one you will may have some troubles having it in the States. It's from Slovenia, the provider, and this one has two colors I love very much: crimson and this turquoise that we will use later. These are water-based. So Hampshire and Revivo are water-based, and the chestnut is alcohol-based, but it doesn't matter. Both work very well technically. So choose your color for other reasons, not for this reason. Okay, yeah, I think now here I really used the chestnut black because it's dry now.
Okay.
Because it's much quicker to dry.
Matthias, can you use it, or have the alcohol-based dye and then come over it with water-based dye with no issues?
No issues. The only thing you can't do, but I think that's obvious, you can't use them to blend together because it's another base.
Different
but
property.
you can use it once cured. We will do that today because I will use the turquoise at the end. So we will use twice the chestnut spirit stain, and at the end we will use one coat of the water-based one. No problem.
Matthias, what about two different brands of water-based?
No problem. I can also blend the Revivo with the Hampshire Sheen. That works.
Okay.
And when I say blend, the most blending I do is on the piece. It's not in a jar.
Right.
I don't change colors. I blend on the piece. I won't do that today, but that's one thing I do very often. I start perhaps on the bottom with green and come from the top with yellow, and in the middle they will blend, and you have to work humid. The one you start with shouldn't cure before you arrive with the other one from the top. They have to be still wet to blend, and the most blending I do is on the piece. Later I can show you a piece when we have still time. I can show you a piece. I have to take that in another place, but we'll see. Okay. Now I have to send again, and I will continue with 120 and also 180 and also 240, and then we will go ahead with the colors. That's sorry, a little bit boring for a moment, but that's
no, this is perfect.
What we have to do. So I put on my mask again, and sorry for the noise also.
No, it's all good, Matthias. There's zero noise.
It starts now, but it's not that bad, I think. Okay, 120 Let's talk about sanding paper too. I can do that while sanding. Um, Sanding paper has to cut. Uh, so don't don't um, don't speculate on the sanding paper. When it doesn't cut anymore, throw it away. Take a new one. Um, don't don't use sanding paper that doesn't cut anymore or not very well. The piece of wood has not to become um, glossy with the sanding paper. Also, when we use 400 grit, the piece of wood has to turn matte with the sanding paper. It's very important. Don't speculate with the sanding paper. Changing direction for the bottom part. And then one question people ask me very often by when I sand the colored pieces, how much have I to sand? When have I to stop sanding? That's super easy. It's much easier than every other piece of wood because when we colored the piece, when we dyed this piece, we also um, colored the scratches of the 80 grit. So you can see here very well the colored scratches, and until you can see the colored scratches, you have to sand more. That's super simple, but it's like sanding every other piece. The 80 grit has to clean, or the first grit, the grit you start with, has to clean the piece, and the next grit has to clean the scratches of the grit before. That's it. Nothing else. I have still some scratches here. I'm not sure if you can see them. I can, and they have to disappear. Here is okay. This could be a little bit better here, and especially here, I still have some really bad scratch. Um, and now you can also see the first idea of the black color. The black color as a first color or a very dark color could also be a dark blue or something similar. But the first color has to be black, dark, and has to penetrate well, and this gives us the optical depth of our finished piece. Next step is 180. Changing direction for the bottom part. And 240. I don't control, I trust. No, I should control. It would be better, but I'm quite sure that that's okay. And changing direction again. Okay. My next step is green. And I still use the spirit stain green, and I have to clean my, okay. Spirit stain green and my green brush. I show you something. These are my brushes. Uh, all my brushes. Green. Okay, the green color has to dry, so it's time for questions again. Do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Matthias, there was a question on the type of sandpaper that you use.
Yes. Um, cheap one. Cheap one. Because I really didn't. I tried a lot, and I didn't see a huge difference between expensive sandpaper and cheaper ones. So I use what I find. It's not a brand. It's just uh, bulk stuff.
Matthias, if you don't clean your brushes, how do you store them between uses?
Sorry, about the brushes. I didn't understand everything. Um, I don't clean the brushes because they don't get hard. It's just color and a little bit of. Oh yeah, that's one thing. One interesting thing. I tried also these powder dyes. You can this I don't know if you have them. I imagine you have them. These powders you can put in water or in cellulose thinner or in alcohol, and then use as a dye. They don't work really well for what we are doing here, because they are too liquid. In the spirit stain, chestnut spirit stain, for example, there is a small part of shellac, shellac, and that makes that I have a little bit of time to distribute the color. With the others, when I go here with my brush, it makes and the color is in. And where I started, I have always more color than in other spots. And when I sand it back, you don't see that while coloring. But when you sand back, you can see where you started with your brush, because it felt in the wood. So these stains I told, for example, these already prepared stains, they always have a small part of whatever, but it thickens a little bit the color. In this case, it's shellac. On the water-based is not shellac, but I don't know what it is, and that gives me time to blend and to distribute well the colors. But to turn back on your question, if I understood well, the question was if they don't get hard. No, they don't, because it's just color and a thinner and a little bit of shellac, for example. So when a brush is a little bit hard like this one, I just make like this and it is smooth again. Was that the question?
Yes, I believe that covers it fully.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks.
One more question. Do you use the same green brush for water as you do for a spirit stain?
Yes, that works very well. No problem.
Thanks, Billy.
I give it a little bit of so we have still about 2 minutes for question or yes, for some
Open mic.
yeah, exactly. It dries quick, but you can see my hand is a little bit green now, so it's not completely dried. And when I have time, I prefer let it dry longer, because during the demos, especially, sometimes I let it dry on the outside and then I restart. And when the piece is spinning, a little bit of color that is inside in the wood, it is not completely dried, and it blows out, and then I have some little dot of color I didn't want, but that's really especially during the demos, when I don't have enough time to let it cure completely. When I do this in my shop, I have more lathes. I have a second place. This one is only the place with the big lathe and with all this video stuff and so on. And I have a second place. There is my wood turning school, and I have there normally about 5 lathes. So while it is drying without the heat gun, I go there, I do my stuff there, and 1 hour later I come back and go ahead with my piece. So I don't force it to dry normally. Also because there was a question in the beginning about the wood, if it is dry or wet. You can do the same thing on wet wood. It works. The color tends to penetrate a little bit less, but the final effect is quite the same. So you can do that also with wet, not fresh cut yesterday, but with not dry wood. You can do that. And but it takes much more to dry for the colors. Doesn't matter. I go there, and you shouldn't force a wet piece with the heat gun. You shouldn't force the drying process with the heat gun when you use a wet wood or a green wood, because it would, during your work, it would deform completely, and then it is very hard to sand. Okay, I think we can go ahead. And this was 240. So we have still 320 and 400 to do. And then
you've already answered this question. I just wanted to confirm, were you were telling us which brands of color you were using. Was this intrinsic green that you're using at the moment?
No, it's still. I had the intrinsic green in my hand, but I don't like very much this green.
Oh,
it is
okay.
I call it military green, so I don't like it very much. It's not a bright green, and I want to go over this green with my turquoise, and over the intrinsic green, it would be less brilliant.
Right. So what brand was this? Because that's just a gorgeous green.
Sorry?
So which green was this? Because this is just a gorgeous
This is
green.
the chestnut green.
Chestnut.
This is
Okay,
chestnut spirit stain green is this one, and this is a very nice green. So that's what I meant before. I choose my my colors not by brand but by color.
Ah, great. It's beautiful. I love that color.
Yeah, this is a very nice green, really. And you can blend it also with yellow. The piece I will bring later to show, it is colored first coat of green, complete green like this, and then the last coat is with green from the bottom and with yellow from the top, and it blends really well. But this green is good to use by himself, but blending with this one, it is ugly.
Thank you.
Do you ever use a dust extractor when you're sanding?
I would use it when I would be alone, but it makes so much noise that for the moment I only use my mask, but not the dust extraction. Too noisy. And I also have to say that it is not very effective. I'm not that happy with this one. But I have a space issue, so I don't have more space for for a better dust extraction. Oops. Doesn't. Now it started. Okay. This is 320. The side effect of this little part of shellac in the die is that it clogs a little bit the sanding paper, but we need this little part of shellac, so it is like it is. Okay, now we can also see with the head camera, we can see that now we have still some uncolored spot, and that makes a second layer of depth. We have the black spots, we have the green spots, and now we have some uncolored spot that we will color after with this turquoise color. But before doing that, we have to sand with the 400, and that's the last crit, I promise. Okay, here we are. I will blow away a little bit the dust. And now we can use the last color. And then we switch to the other piece I turned yesterday. This is a color that no other provider has, and I love it very, very much. And with the green under, it blends slightly, and it turns even more deep sea color, or no, Caribbean beach color or something like this. I really love this color.
Yeah, it looks good.
Absolutely.
Okay. Next step would be sanding sealer and a lacquer. So this piece is made with the same process, and it has 2 layers of sanding sealer on and 4 layers of spray, lacquer spray, glossy lacquer spray. You can see the glossy spray enhances even more the depth, the optical depth, and that's what I am always looking for, that it is this depth. And now I will change the pieces, and we will do some gilding too.
All right.
Let me just
Was that intrinsic turquoise?
no, this is Revivo. This is a provider from Slovenia, and the homepage is revivo.se. revivo.si. Let me just. It is a small provider, and it's very comfortable for me because he's a nice guy and he's close. Slovenia is not very far from here, and I meet him often. Okay, I have it in the chat, the homepage. You can have a look. It is in Slovenian language, but also in English, because I also don't speak Slovenian. Okay.
Matthias, what kind of sanding sealer did you use?
I can show you the one I use. I can show you what I not this one. Okay. Sanding sealer is the chestnut spirit stain one.
Okay.
Um,
Cellulose sanding sealer.
Sorry? Cellulose, yes, cellulose sanding sealer. I prefer this one, yeah. And the gloss lacquer is the Hampshire Shin clear gloss lacquer. Also here, I don't use only one provider. I prefer products, not providers. So generally, I really love very much most of the Hampshire Shin products, but the sanding sealer, I prefer the chestnut one. Okay, now second is why gilding? It is very nice. It is already very nice. So why gilding? The problem is with the colors. Sorry for a moment. Okay. The problem of the colors is, for example, here I have bark inclusion, and I'm not able to color this piece without coming with the color also on this bark inclusion or inside of these gaps, and also here on the bark, and it is not very nice like this. Maybe someone else has the patience to color all these
Inclusions.
delimitations without coloring the inclusions, but I don't have the patience to do that, and not the ability to do that. Also because the dye also always goes a little bit inside, and so my solution for this problem is gilding. I have a gilding. I started with gold leaves, but the problem of the gold leaves is that when I applied the size, the gold glue or the gilding size, and then I bring on the gold leaves, they stick here and here, and then they break, and on the bottom of my inclusion, for example, I don't reach the bottom with the gold leaves. So I found these gold powders, and they are fantastic. With these, I can really reach every spot, every valley of my inclusions. But before doing that, well, first of all, it's not gold. It's fake. I have gold. I do. This one here is real gold.
Nice.
It is, yes. But this is the same, but fake, and you can see it is a little bit less brilliant.
Yeah.
But
we won't tell anyone.
Thank you very much.
We'll cut that part out of the video.
So before starting with our gold powders, and there is not only this gold powder, but there is also, for example, antique gold. This is very nice too, and we can always choose which kind of gold we want to use for our. This one is Renaissance gold. This one is also very nice. So really, we can play with, we can choose which kind of gold fits very well with what we would like to do with the color we have, with the client's wishes also, of course. This is copper dust. Can be very nice with other colors. With this one, I don't like it very much. There is also silver and other stuff. So, but before starting with that, we have to apply our gold glue or a gilding size, or there are different names for that. And let's do it with this little inclusion here and here and here, and then it's enough for today. So that's really very easy. We just have to apply this and trying to reach the whole bottom of our inclusion. Then we can take a kitchen towel. I have my kitchen towel here, and then use a little bit of water just to clean. We are interested to have our glue inside, not on the surface, so we can clean a little bit the glue on the surface, and that maintains what is in the inside, and also here in this hole here, same thing, and here on the rim I just do some spot, and then we can see the result. And I clean it. So this glue is water-based. It's latex. I hope that's the right word for that. Latex, is it?
I believe so. Sounds close enough.
Latex, water based latex glue, and you can see it is white, and we can start to apply gold powder, and when we don't see it anymore. So it does not have to be white. It has to dry a little bit, and again we use the heat gun for that. And after this, pay attention with the heat gun here, because we already have the lacquer on. It could blister if we would heat it up too much. Attention. I used the gun only because to save a little bit of time. So. You can see here, it is already disappeared. So it is transparent. That means that it is dry. Here you can still see a little bit of white. Yeah, here you can see still a little bit of white. So it has to dry a little bit more. It has to be transparent before applying the gold powder. Okay. And then I have a very, very fluffy brush. And with this, I can go into the gold, and I just apply it like this. And where I have glue, it sticks. And if I have glue also on the surface, it sticks also there, but it doesn't matter. And I can blow that quickly, and you can see I cleaned the excess of glue, but there is still some glue in the surface. Now what I have to do is cleaning this excess of glue and of gold powder, and I do that with abrasive paste. You can use, for example, car polish for that, and that's why I lacquered it before applying the glue, the gold powder, because now I can just use a car polish, for example, to clean what is in surface, and everything that is inside won't be cleaned. So that's easy. I take a piece of kitchen towel, and I need the I use the wait. The Yorkshire grit abrasive paste, the white one, so the fine one, or super fine, microfine as it's called. I use this one, and I just take a little bit on my towel, and now it's very important. It must be distributed. If you have a mountain of paste on your towel, the paste goes in. It doesn't go in, so I really have to bring it inside of the towel and not on the towel, and then I can burnish or polish that. And now you can see.
Oh yeah.
I change camera, and that's a very, very quick method to gild your pieces. You can see now the gold is inside here and inside here, but it's not on the surface anymore. And at the end, I can use this also to polish, to burnish the lacquer a little bit, and it turns even more glossy than before, and enhances even more the depth of our piece.
That looks great.
Super fast. It's really super fast and super easy. When I think that I invested hours and hours and also money in gold leaf, and now I have a drawer full of gold leaves, and I don't know what to do with it because I have discovered this dusts, these powders, and I'm super happy with this.
Matthias, what's the gold dust powder called?
It's still Revivo, this one. So the one I put on no US delivery. Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know where you can find something similar in USA. I know in UK there is gold leaf supplies. They have a lot of stuff like this too, but in US I don't know.
Yeah, there's various stores, Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and various craft stores have gold
My
metal flake for gilding.
okay. My very first try with fake gold was this one, and this is I bought this. Let me change the camera. I bought this in a shop for makeup. So it is gold glitter that women puts on the face.
Oh yeah.
Saturday evening. So I started with this. It works. It is less fine. It's a little bit coarser, but it works. It works very well. And you can find silver and gold and also colors, different things in these makeup shops. Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
I run to take the vase I told you.
So is the powder called mica powder?
No, mica powder is something else. Mica powder is an abrasive powder, I think. Let me just change camera. Okay. Mica powder is the powder you use to create abrasive paste by yourself. This powder here is just called metallic effect powders. They are called metallic effect powders. There is also, you may know that I have that somewhere. These are the chameleon pigments, the Tiny Turner, Emma Cook sells them, and they are very nice too. It's the same procedure with the glue, and then instead of gold, you have changing camera again. Instead of gold, you have these chameleon effect rims.
Wow.
They change color when you look inside from here or from here. They change color. Perhaps with the with this camera you can see that. Oh yeah. That's not bad. You can see that. So this is the one. This is black, chestnut black, chestnut green, and chestnut yellow. And
Wow.
I love this blending very much. So you can see it is darker on the bottom part, and then it turns more and more yellow to the top. And that works very well with the chestnut green, because as someone said before, it is a really brilliant green. So very, very nice. And this was, maybe I showed, this was also last time when I made the last demo. I don't
Oh
remember.
yeah,
I did, huh? I sold it
beautiful.
yesterday. Now
Nice.
I have to adjust some little parts, but I sold it yesterday. I'm very, very happy about it.
Congrats.
Yeah, really. Okay. This that's it, yes.
Well, I have to say this is a world-class, outstanding demonstration that you did for us, Matthias.